Great win for our football team. Three in a row now, just trying to stack and do the best job we possibly can. Our guys had another good week of practice there. The scouts definitely did a great job, and just try to play good team football, man. It was awesome for the defense to step up at the end of the game to seal the deal, for Malcolm Lee to take advantage of the opportunities that he had. Just proud of him, and obviously proud of the guys for just weathering the storm. The game ebbs and flows, as we all know, but a huge win for us on the road against a good football team.
We'll open it up for questions. Go ahead, Robbie.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think, today, I know the past couple of weeks, maybe the running game isn't what you guys wanted, but really established it today. And Carson Steele was obviously a big reason for that. I guess just over the first half of the season, how much have you seen Carson's kind of confidence grow in that leadership spot kind of?
Yeah, he runs hard. That's something that showed up very early when he arrived here on campus. He runs extremely hard, very talented, as we can all see. And obviously, when he showed up here, he was pretty mature in terms of being physically ready to go. And I think it's really a credit to our offensive line, though. Coach Johnson's done such a great job with that group. We've had our fair share of injuries, on the offensive line this year. That's just part of the game. And I thought Coach Johnson's just done an unbelievable job of preparing our guys. And we've had guys move around unselfishly every single week, play different positions up front between Anthony Todd and Damon Kaler and Corey Stewart and Ethan Crow. And, certainly Curtis Blackwell being back in there the last 2 weeks has been a huge addition for us. And it's great to be able to get that going. And obviously to run the ball on every snap there in the fourth quarter, going right down the field on a touchdown drive, I thought certainly said a lot. And obviously, Carson had several big runs. Will Jones ran extremely hard. Justin Hall did a great job in the jet sweep game. So, whatever it takes, whatever the formula takes, with that respective week, I'm just proud of our team.
For sure. You guys now 3 in a row, back above 500. What's the confidence level like in this group, now back-to-back road wins especially?
It's good. Obviously, we always believed, certainly, a lot of people had a lot to say about us early in the season, and we couldn't do this, couldn't do that, and our guys just kept battling. It just says a lot about their mental toughness and just continuing to work hard and believe in each other, and just try to tune out the noise. Just tune out the noise and play hard, control what you can control, and 3 in a row, and we beat some good football teams.
Thanks.
Ian, go ahead.
Yeah, how much does it open up the offense when a guy like Justin Hall, you can use him in the jet sweeps, get to rushing touchdowns, but also lead the team in receiving yards?
Yeah, that's Justin, man. How can, what the challenge every week is how many times can we get the ball in his hands, and that's the goal, because he's a tremendous football player. And can we get it to him receiving? Can we get it to him carrying the ball, whether it's on jet sweep, bringing him out of the backfield? I thought Kevin Lynch called a tremendous game today offensively. Was very proud of him. It was a great game plan. Obviously our guys really responded, to be able to do that on the yard, on the ground today, having 40 carries and over 200 yards and 4 scores. That says a lot. I'm just proud of the guys for, obviously the game, once the game was kicked off, and we had good balance. We took our shots. We needed to take our shots, but our guys really, stepped up and just executed at a high level.
And then, what does it say about the makeup of this team to where you can have, 6 guys with over 25 receiving yards and kind of contributing there?
Obviously credit our staff, credit our guys in recruiting to be able to recruit some talented young men. And obviously, from an offensive standpoint, to be able to utilize those guys and make the defense defend the whole field, not just the running backs, not just the receivers, the tight ends got in on the action today. That's the goal. We got good weapons. We believe in our playmakers and, trying to get the ball in their hands. And, Drew's done a good job, another great job again today of, making good decisions, running the show. The offensive line did a tremendous job not allowing a sack. Just proud of the team effort there, and, a lot to build on.
And then final question, can you kind of talk about the last 3 games from Ja'Shawn Jackson? He's kind of come around. What have you seen from him, especially in this one?
Well, it was a pretty awesome throw that he had on the first play of the game. Obviously, he's got quarterback in his background back in high school. And, for him to step up on the first play of the game, to get the ball thrown out to him by Drew and deliver a strike down the field to Carson, that's awesome. And Jay Sean's been a great addition to our program. He's a tremendous route runner. A huge catch there on that dig route on third down. That was money. And he comes up with a lot of big plays and smart football player. And he's been a great addition to our program.
Go ahead, Charleston.
Coach, I know you kind of touched on it earlier. The offensive line dealing with a lot of shuffling, a lot of injuries. How would you describe kind of their mental toughness and their fortitude through this first half of the season to have a performance like they did today?
I think it's really just been such a credit to that group of young men for different guys to be ready to step up when their number's called. And, I mentioned this a lot. Coach Johnson doesn't get enough credit because even going back to spring practice or training camp, you train guys at multiple positions because something like this is going to happen. There's going to be an injury. You might start the season at right guard, but you might end up somewhere else. And I think it's been credit to our coaching staff for the type of young men that we're recruiting, and Coach Johnson for the type of young men that we're recruiting on the offensive line, to have that kind of versatility, have guys that can play different positions, and then just step in and have the confidence to step in knowing we're playing against some good football teams. And that was a huge performance by our guys up front on the offensive line, and to have over 200 yards rushing, to allow no sacks. It was awesome. It was a great performance, and just proud of that group of young men.
We got any more questions? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, bye.
Ian, go ahead.
So how much does it open up for you personally in the run game when a guy like Justin Hall can have 2 touchdowns on jet sweeps, or have 6 receivers have over 25 receiving yards? How much does that open things up for you personally?
Yeah, definitely. It gives us a break at running back. Me, Will, and Donnie. It gives us breaks here and there. If we rip one off pretty big, and Justin, Hines, all those wide receivers. They're phenomenal athletes, and they're going to catch the ball. And you always kind of look to watch because usually they're breaking 1 or 2 tackles, all the time. So it's just pretty cool to watch them. Gain 10 to 15 yards. Catch you a little break, and then you're ready to go back out.
Charleston, go ahead.
Carson, how big of an impact do you think the offensive line had on your day today? Obviously, you had a career high in rushing yards, and just kind of touch on the trust that you built up with that unit.
Definitely. Yeah, we got a couple guys injured right now. They're hurting, and so everybody kept dissing on us about our O-line, but I knew those dudes and a couple of dudes from Center Grove, so they stepped up, played a big role today, and obviously you could tell, seeing those holes today, little kid could ran through those ones, they're huge, opening up, so well executed, and Drew, as well, like pulling it and passing it, so having him be able to see over the line, see what's going on, and line, every snap, they don't really get the credit that they need. They're doing the dirty work, but the people in the stands don't see that. So definitely shout out to them. Very thankful for them.
Go ahead, Robbie.
Yeah, there's a couple drives there where they just kind of you kept getting the ball kind of fed to you. What's going through your head as you're kind of breaking off some of those runs and kind of getting your number called over and over?
Just keep that head down and keep driving forward. That's one of my big things. I like to try to run up and down the field. Try not to bounce it side to side, but wherever the team needs me, to put me in, and they put Will in wherever they need him. Donnie as well. He's catching passes and stuff. So I'm just thankful. To be able to get called out there and provide for the team and help them out. Be able to get a huge victory.
Yeah, and I feel like the past 2 weeks, this offense has been kind of clicking at a different level. What's been working for you guys these past 2 weeks to kind of execute at the rate at which you had been?
Yeah, definitely. One of our big things is starting big early. just like I would say Army and Western Michigan, right out of the gates, we had a kickoff return and, huge touchdown pass thrown. So that was one of our key things, try to, get something big early. And, today we had a, catch, wasn't a touchdown, but, the offense drove down and scored right away, so just trying to put up points as fast as we can, and then our, phenomenal defense to come out, get stops. So that was one of our big goals, throughout the weeks here.
Yeah, and then I guess the last one for me, it's you guys had 9 drives there, scored out of 7 of 9, had a chance to score on 8 out of 9. As an offense, you're looking at that being able to finish now. How gratifying is that and how much does that build the confidence having a game like today?
Definitely. Being young, I've been learning from the guys ahead of me, Will and Donnie. Will's been, 5th year senior here and, Donnie's a sophomore here, so trying to learn from those dudes. And, even in practice, we all, coach off each other and teach each other. And we're always excited about whoever goes in, just to, be able to get those 5 to 10 yards and push us to a first down. And then, give a nice little throw out to, Jay Sean or Yo Hines or Justin, just trying to keep everything moving. And, that was one of our big things, or to have a Drew pull it and run, just try to keep everything moving. And, last couple of weeks, he's had some pretty big success with that.
Anything else? All right. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Charleston, go ahead.
Hey, JT, I know when you got your interception, Eastern was driving to tie the game. Can you kind of walk me through how satisfying it was to get that interception at that time and just what it did for the defense's momentum?
I think it uplifted us, but it felt good just me doing my job and, making a play on the ball when the opportunity came. So it just uplifted the whole team, honestly, just not the defense. And
then follow-up question. I know a lot of people just think defensive backs, you guys just cover, but how personal do you take, tackling, making plays at the line of scrimmage, and just kind of being aggressive in the run support?
Very personal because, like you said, it's just we got to take pride in that, and just got to come up and make a play when the opportunity presents itself.
Go ahead, Ian.
As someone that goes up against this offense every week in practice, can you kind of speak on the versatility of this team? Justin Hall has 2 rushing touchdowns, 6 guys, have 25 receiving yards. Can you kind of speak on that a little bit?
It's just good for the total, like the team just in general, like having guys being versatile just helps the whole team. And we feed off of that on the defensive end and special teams as well.
That's all for me. Thank you.
Go ahead, Robbie.
Yeah, I guess at this point, you guys have now won 3 in a row, two on the road here. What's the mentality like right now compared to maybe what it was, 3 weeks ago when you guys are sitting at 1 and 3?
I think it's the same. Like I always say, we're going to approach each week the same, but we're just going to take it one at a time. That's our slogan. So one at a time, this one's over with, we're on to the next one.
For sure. And then, when the offense is clicking at the rate as it has been, the past couple of weeks, how much confidence does that give you guys on the defense, to maybe play a little more aggressive and get some of those turnovers that you guys have been doing more of these past few weeks?
Yeah, we definitely feed off that. It's big time. It's big time. I like seeing them play the way they're supposed to play. We feed off that so we can get them the ball back.
For sure. And then the last thing for me, Eastern converted, I think, on about half of their 3rd downs and a couple 4th downs coming into this week. How much of his focus is that going to be for you guys? And I guess, how do you emphasize, stopping teams on those 3rd and 4th downs?
Oh, we just got to dial in, just do our job. We can do it. We were capable of doing it. We just got to do a better job with that. We'll get it done.